Speak words of love to yourself every day. Dear beloved, have you ever noticed how many days have passed and you haven't spoken a single word of love to yourself? Not because you didn't want to, but because the hurried pace of life has swept you away, like a river carrying off delicate petals. You care for others. You strive to complete your work. You always try to be enough, but sometimes you forget yourself. And today, I'm here to sit with you and acknowledge that forgetting. No blame, no pressure, just a simple realization I forgot to say. I love myself. Dear beloved, even in that forgetting, you are still worthy of love. Even when you've neglected yourself through long days, your heart still beats for you. Your body still whispers its gentle needs. Your soul still waits for an embrace to return home. Imagine standing before a mirror that doesn't judge, a mirror that only reflects the truth. You are here. You are still living, and you are learning to return. Just a small whisper, a gentle greeting to yourself. Hello, you're doing well. Dear beloved, healing begins with an acknowledgement that you forgot, and love begins with a promise that you will remember. Remember to speak words of love to yourself every day. You are not alone. We return together. Dear beloved, now that you've begun to return, I invite you to pause in this moment gently, like a feather falling on still water. Close your eyes just for one breath, and when you open them, look at yourself, not with eyes of judgment, but with eyes of love. Imagine you're seeing a child yourself, as you once were. That child doesn't need to be perfect. They just need to be seen, heard, held. You can look at them and say, "Dear little one, I'm here now. I'm sorry for forgetting you. I see you're tired. I see you're trying. I love you even if you can't yet love yourself." When you say those words, something inside you begins to melt. A fragile layer of ice around your heart starts to crack softly, and light slips through those cracks gentle, like the first rays of dawn. Dear beloved, gentleness is not weakness. Gentleness is the key that unlocks the door to healing, and you are learning to use that key with yourself. No need to rush. No need to be perfect. Just be present day by day, word by word, glance by glance for yourself. Now, Asal, place your hand on your heart. Feel its rhythm and whisper, "I'm learning to love myself, little by little, and that is enough." Dear beloved, now that you've begun to look at yourself with gentle eyes, we can take another step together. A small but transformative one, creating a simple ritual of love for yourself. Every day. It doesn't need to be elaborate. It doesn't need to be flawless. It just needs to be true and consistent, like the sun that never asks, "Am I allowed to rise today?" You don't need permission to love yourself. Perhaps each morning you place your hand on your heart and say, "Today, I choose to treat myself with love." Or when you look in the mirror, you gaze into your own eyes and whisper, "Dear one, you are enough. You are worthy." Or in a moment of exhaustion, you gently stroke your hair and say, "I see you trying. I'm here with you." See, the words of love don't need to be grand. They need presence. They need you to show up in love, without conditions. This ritual of love isn't a task to complete. It's an embrace. a soft cloth to dry your tears, a gentle shelter amid life's storms. And you deserve such a place within yourself. Dear beloved, the love you give yourself isn't just words you speak. It's a choice you make again, and again, and again, until it becomes your breath, until it becomes your truth. Today, you can start with a simple phrase, I love myself. Tomorrow, you might add, I love myself even when I'm not perfect. And the day after, you won't need to remind yourself anymore, because that love will already live within you. Dear beloved, how many times have you heard a harsh voice within, a cold whisper telling you that you're not enough, that you're wrong, that you need to try harder to be loved? That voice, it's not yours. It's the echo of old wounds, the judgments you heard as a child stumbling through the world. And over the years, you thought that was the truth. But dear beloved, it's not. You are not those criticisms. You are not your mistakes. You are light. You are a soul learning to love yourself little by little, day by day. And no soul deserves blame on their journey of learning. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine that judgmental voice as a small, frightened, wounded child. It doesn't need to be scolded. It needs an embrace. You can whisper to that voice, thank you for trying to protect me. But now, I choose love over fear. Picture a soft golden light spreading from your heart, embracing that voice, not silencing, not denying, just loving. Because love is the only thing that can melt judgment. Dear beloved, when you begin to speak words of love to yourself, you don't just soothe your heart, you heal the old echoes breaking within you. Every word of love you speak, like a drop of pure water, seeps into the cracked, dry soil of your soul. And then, flowers will bloom right within you. Say to yourself today, I let go of judgment. I choose compassion. And tomorrow, when that voice returns, you don't need to fight it. Just reach out and say, I understand, but now I love myself. Dear beloved, love isn't just the soft whispers in your heart. Love is also how you walk each day, how you touch your hair, how you choose to rest when you're tired. Love is action, and that action begins with the smallest things. You can start with a warm cup of water each morning by placing your hand on your chest and saying, Good morning, my love. Today, I'm here with you. You can write yourself a note, not to send, but to remind yourself your heart deserves to be cherished, just like anyone else you've ever loved. You can choose not to do one more task, just to have 10 minutes to walk, feeling the gentle sunlight on your cheeks and smiling to yourself, because every time you do something out of love for yourself, a part of you heals, a small crack fills with light. Dear beloved, don't wait until you're perfect to deserve gentleness. It's in the messy, chaotic days when you feel most disappointed that you need your own embrace the most. Create small rituals of love, a quiet cup of tea, a warm melody, a good night wish to yourself, and a whisper. Every evening, you did well. You are loved. Dear beloved, love is a habit, and you can practice it day by day with small, meaningful gestures. Now, place your hand on your heart and ask, today, What small thing can I do to love myself a little more? Dear beloved, there will be days when you can't speak words of love to yourself. Moments when you look in the mirror and see only what you want to avoid. In those moments, you might think I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, I've done wrong. But you know, those are the times you need your love the most. True love doesn't demand perfection. Love doesn't turn away when you fall. Love comes gently to remind you that you're not alone in your brokenness. Dear beloved, when you can't love yourself with a blazing heart, love with a breath, a slow breath, a gentle rhythm, a hand placed on your heart. You don't need to believe in self-love to begin. You just need to agree that you won't abandon yourself. You might repeat an affirmation. Even if you don't fully believe it, I'm learning to love myself. I open my heart to gentleness. I'm not perfect, and I'm still worthy of love. Dear beloved, every time you choose to return to yourself, even just a small step, you're saying, I'm still worthy. I'm still the one I need most. And if today is a hard day, allow yourself to simply exist, not to fix, not to improve, but to be you as you are. Listen to your heart without judgment. Stay with the little one inside you without conditions. And remember, you don't need to prove anything to be loved. You are worthy simply because you are you. Dear beloved, love isn't something far away you have to chase. Love is a breath, a whisper, a choice repeated day after day. And today, I invite you to turn those words of love for yourself into a daily prayer. Not religious, not a complex ritual, just a pause where your heart can speak its truth. Maybe when you wake up, before the sunlight spills in, you place your hand on your heart and say, hello, you, today. We'll walk gently together. Maybe in the midst of a busy afternoon, amid unfinished tasks, an unspent sigh, you whisper, I'm trying, and that's enough. Or late at night, when you feel tired, empty, you tuck yourself in and say, I'm allowed to rest. I deserve peaceful sleep. Dear beloved, there's no right prayer, no wrong one. The true prayer is when you listen to yourself, when you pause to embrace the part of you longing to be touched, and every word of love you speak is a miracle, a gentle light, touching parts you thought were forgotten. Write those words down in a notebook, or hang them by your mirror, or whisper them into the air like a letter to yourself. You're creating a new ritual, a ritual of love, a ritual where every day you return to your first, most loyal friend, yourself. And if you're ready, you can say this with me right now. Today, I choose to love myself. I choose to forgive my harshness. I choose to be gentle with myself. I am love. I am light. I am me, and that is enough. Dear beloved, the love you give yourself isn't just gentle words. It's an underground stream, silent, patient, but remarkably powerful. When you speak words of love to yourself each day, you're planting seeds. And one day, you'll find yourself standing stronger in life's storms. You'll forgive more easily. You'll no longer panic when rejected, because within, there's a place you belong, a voice always there. You are enough. You've always been enough, no matter what. Dear beloved, The gentleness you give yourself today will become the strength you lean on tomorrow. That strength doesn't shout, it doesn't boast. It's a quiet light always shining from within. It's a silent warmth always embracing your heart. Imagine each word of love you speak to yourself as a ray of light, and each ray, day by day, month by month, is forming a sun within you. A sun no one can take away. A sun only you can awaken. You don't need others to confirm you're enough. You don't need someone to love you perfectly. Because you're learning to love yourself fully, kindly, unconditionally. The love you give yourself is the home you're building. Each word of love is a brick. Each time you forgive yourself is a roof. And every time you return to your heart, you're turning on the light illuminating that home. Dear beloved, that home is the safest place you'll ever know, and you hold the key. Dear beloved, perhaps it's been a long time since you heard a gentle voice meant just for you, unhurried, undemanding, just present, like a mother's embrace. Today, I invite you to do something miraculous. Become that gentle mother for yourself. Close your eyes. Imagine you're holding a small child as you once were. That child doesn't need fixing, doesn't need teaching, just an embrace, just a word, I'm here, I won't leave you. Dear beloved, when you speak words of love to yourself, you're not just caring for an adult. You're embracing the child within the one who was forgotten, who tried so hard to be loved. And now, they're breathing a sigh of relief. They're melting in the gentleness they should have had long ago. Whisper to yourself, my little one, I see you, I love you. Every day, I'll tell you that. Dear beloved, when you become that gentle mother to yourself, you no longer seek someone to fill your voids. You no longer blame the shortcomings of the past. You no longer fear rejection or abandonment. Because within you, there's an embrace. Because you've chosen to return. You've chosen to love, starting with yourself. Each morning, place your hand on your heart. Whisper, I love you. No matter your age, no matter how you stumbled yesterday, that love can always begin again, right now. And as you learn to do this every day, step by step, you're rewriting a story. No longer a story of hurt and lack, but a story of love, of returning, of light. Dear beloved, let that love continue to blossom within you. And in the next part, we'll explore when words of love become a daily habit of support. Dear beloved, some days you feel strong, some days you feel weary, and some days you just want to hide in a corner, unseen. On those days, words of love aren't a lesson, not a duty to remember. They're a soft pillow, the warmth of a blanket when you curl up against life's cold. Dear beloved, when words of love become a habit, they're no longer something you strive to do. They're what you return to. Like brushing your teeth each morning, turning off the light each night, breathing each day. You can choose to whisper a word of love, as simple as that, unfancy, imperfect. I love myself. I am worthy of love. I allow myself to be me. Imagine, each word of love you speak is like a drop of water seeping into dry earth. At first, the ground is hard, but day by day, softness returns. Your heart is the same, One day, those words of love won't feel foreign. They'll be the natural voice of your heart, the familiar sound of your inner home. Dear beloved, if you forget to speak words of love today, it's okay. Tomorrow, you have another chance. If you speak with a tone of blame, forgive yourself and say it again, more gently. We don't need to be perfect to deserve love. We just need to be willing to return, little by little. And in the next part, I want to step with you into a deeper space where words of love not only support you, but become a candle, lighting the way for others. Dear beloved, when you begin to speak words of love to yourself, not only does your heart soften, the world around you changes too. Because love cannot be contained. It's like a gentle fragrance slipping through a crack in the door, like morning sunlight filtering through a window, silent but touching. Dear beloved, have you noticed when you're gentle with yourself, you become gentler with others? When you forgive yourself for a small mistake, you forgive others' errors more easily. When you whisper, "I love myself" each morning, you see beauty in a stranger's eyes, hear kindness in a thank you, and smile at things that once hurt you. Dear beloved, the love you sow for yourself is the first seed. From it, the garden of your life begins to bloom. Imagine each word of love you speak as a petal, one for the child within you, one for the parent in your heart, one for someone you once resented, one for the world. As long as you keep loving yourself, you're healing more than you know. And one day, someone will look at you and say, "I don't know why, but I feel peace around you." That's when the light in you touches the light in them. No preaching, no effort, just a heart that truly loves itself. Dear beloved, keep speaking words of love to yourself, not just because you deserve it, but because through you, the world is healed. And if you forget today, I'll remind you, you are loved. You are light. You are a miracle. Right now and forever. Dear beloved, now that you've learned to whisper words of love to yourself, let that act not just be a moment, but a ritual, a sacred ritual that nourishes your heart every day. It doesn't need to be grand. It doesn't need to be a long meditation or a faraway trip. It just needs your presence. Just each morning, when you open your eyes, place your hand on your heart and whisper, "Hello, you." Today, I'm here with you. Just each time you wash your face, look in the mirror with gentle eyes and say, "I love you. I forgive you. I choose you today." Dear beloved, every repeated action holds power. Like soft rain nourishing parched land, consistent words of love will soothe even the most hardened wounds. You don't need to feel strong to you just need to begin gently, slowly, truthfully. Choose one moment each day to return. Maybe when you make tea, maybe while brushing your hair, or when you lie down on your pillow. Turn that moment into a sanctuary, a place where you and yourself meet in unconditional love. Dear beloved, don't wait until you're perfect to love yourself. The love you give yourself today is the bridge to a fuller version of you tomorrow. Love isn't a reward. Love is life. Let this small ritual become your daily breath. And if you forget one day, it's okay. The next day, you begin again with a gentle embrace, with soft light, with the familiar whisper, "I'm here, and I choose to love you." Dear beloved, we've walked a gentle journey together, from the quiet place of forgetting to the warm light of love for yourself. I know your heart may still have cracks. I know you may not fully believe you're worthy. But right now, right here, a part of you has begun to believe. You're relearning how to be gentle with yourself. You're remembering the language of your own love, and you're allowing your heart to breathe in acceptance. Imagine a circle of light embracing you. That circle doesn't come from anyone else, but from you, from the part of you that's always known how to love, even when you forgot. And now, that light isn't just outside, it's spreading from within, from every cell, every breath, every heartbeat. Dear beloved, every day you speak words of love to yourself. You take another step home. That home is you, the gentle, forgiving, radiant presence you've always sought. I'm not here to teach you something new. I'm here to remind you of what you already know. That you deserve gentleness, that you deserve love, and that you can begin again, anytime. When you forget, return. When you hurt, embrace yourself. When you're lost, whisper, "I'm still here. I love you. Everything is okay." The lesson isn't in perfection. The lesson is in returning little by little. Each word of love you give yourself is a thread, weaving a warm blanket for your soul to rest in. And now, as you leave this space, I invite you to carry something small, a whisper, a gentle glance, a conscious breath. And remember, you are not alone. Every word you speak to yourself is a miracle. Every time you choose love is a time you heal the world. Dear beloved, I love you. I believe in you. You are worthy, right now and forever.